his name is DCC, that is Deputy Corps Commander Igwe Arinze.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
viewers.
You're welcome, sir. Deputy Corps Commander Igwe Arinze is the head of training in a Federal Safety Corps Delta State here. And he's here to talk about a very important celebration going on within, I think, Nigeria and West Africa as a whole. And it is called WARSO. So we'll be delving into the WARSO, where DCC Igwe Arinze will be very elaborate to enlighten us on what WARSO is all about. So once again, sir, you are welcome.
Thank you very much, the presenter.
Yes, so when we talk about WARSO, and it's been flying everywhere this period, can you tell my viewers and every other person watching, what is this WARSO all about? How did it emanate and what is it up to?
Actually, when you talk about WARSO, it's just an abbreviation, acronym of West African Road Safety Organization. So, it is an offshoot of United Nations. When it was discovered that there were so much road traffic crashes in Africa, then they came up with this idea that African sub-regions should go home and form lead agencies to tackle the menace of road traffic crashes, especially road traffic accident that leads to death. So what happened? 2008, 15 member countries of West Africa came together in Sierra Leone to chart the way forward. What can we do so that we can share ideas, share experiences, collaborate with one another, so that whatever we are doing in Nigeria is what they do in other West African countries towards bringing road traffic crashes to zero level. And they are looking at three major kind of areas: social, economic, and environment. You cannot have a wealthy nation if people are not moving freely from one place to the other. You cannot talk about tourism, culture and tourism, without safe movement. If everybody knows that I can move, interface with other traffic mode from Asaba to Ughelli, and I can do that safely, you can see there are going to be an enhanced movement, and it will enhance mobility and socialization. Then the other part of it is the economy. If we can be moving our vehicles, our palm produce and whatever, safely, it will enhance our GDP of the state, of the country, and of the state too.
Yes.
So, and who is moving? People at the productive age. So if there is a higher mobility through transport interconnectivity, definitely is going to promote production, efficiency, and whatever. Then the other part of it is the environment. If we have low emission of carbon monoxide and every other thing that we see that is causing environmental degradation, affecting the ozone layers, definitely. The climate change, then the world will be a happy place. So that is what they are looking at. What can we do to ensure that we bring road traffic crashes, especially the one that leads to death, to zero level, at least minimize it to BRS minimum. That is just the objective. Today, the whole West Africa celebrated it on 8th of this month.
Okay, that is on Wednesday.
Yes, it's a yearly affair, and it is done within all the West African sub-region. I think that is just it. And I've told you the meaning of WARSO, West African Road Safety Organization. And the objective is bringing road traffic crashes to zero level or BRS.
And I think that is even in line. Could that be where you people drew your vision? Your vision, because I know that your vision talks about elimination of all forms of road traffic crashes in Nigeria, you know. And
course.
like you just said, now is in line with this WARSO objective too.
Yes, now that is where you can see that there is free movement from any West African countries now, with all the restrictions removed. So if I should avoid road traffic crashes in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Sierra Leone, so it means that West African is accident free, and that will enhance productivity, and it will also promote social, economic, environmental benefits.
Yes. So thank you, DCC Igwe. Before we even go over to the theme, because I know that this your celebration has a theme for the year, but then I want to ask, and I'm sure too that the viewers would also want to know. You have mentioned why the WARSO was inaugurated or established in 2008, and what the objectives sort of are. Then I want to ask, how has our country, Nigeria, been able to align to these objectives? So far, so good. How has it been?
First and foremost, I want to discuss the objectives.
Okay.
The specific objective is number one, to advise and give support to road safety bodies in Nigeria and West Africa regions. You can see today, because Federal Road Safety Corps in Nigeria is the lead agency towards the establishment of WARSO. We spearheaded it, we sponsored it in so many ways. We even were able to lead others, manpower and resources, to establish. You can see today in Nigeria, through the activities of Federal Road Safety Corps in Nigeria, we have been able to discuss with a lot of state governments. Today you can see almost all the state government in Nigeria has established traffic agencies, traffic management. And what is it doing? All of them are working towards securing life of people that are using the road. Yes. A lot of states have also established a lot of other things that are even enforcing both some keke, tricycle, what is the truck? What is it called? Shuttle buses. Okay. All these things is to bring transport safety, transport comfort. Because see, if you know that you are going to die by the road, will you travel? If you know that the road is not good, will you travel? No. But when you discover that all these things are in place, you don't even need to come and do the normal Nigerian way before a vehicle moves. Please let us pray. Oh God, no. Prayer is good though, but if you put things in order, certain things is not about prayer. Not that I'm not a Christian. I know that prayer works, but the most important thing is to put things in order. Driver should be in order. The road should be in order. Every other person user should be in order, so that the road will also comply. It's all about driving according to the code. Yes. So like I mentioned, the specific objective is to advise and give support to road safety bodies. Also to promote and encourage exchange of experiences and information toward reducing road traffic crashes. Okay, yes. And also encouraging cooperation between different nations and sub-nations or individuals. Because it is collective responsibility. Nobody does it alone. Nobody can achieve any result alone. So that is it. So you got to do with a lot of promotion, encouragement, exchange of experiences and ideas, information management, information shared among the members, then individual and nations are part of it. You can see that the safety consciousness, safety awareness has increased in Nigeria. People have started being conscious of their safety. And that's what we want to do. Let them get into it, let it internalize by them, and let people voluntarily adhere to rules and regulations. Well, we are talking about a situation where you don't need to look for road safety. You don't need to wait for police. It's supposed to be a country where everybody got to know what is supposed to do and what is not supposed to do. I think that is the essence of what we want to achieve. Inculcating safety ideas, safety culture to every Nigerian, every road user. Yes. And if we're able to inculcate this and it becomes part and parcel of us, man, what are we working about? Nigeria will become a very good place, yes. Just like other Western countries are. We are looking ahead that we should be better than them because we've gotten what it takes to be better than every other countries, every other nations in the world.
But then, I permit me to ask, because of what you just said, and I could remember one of the days I was perusing through your vision, which I mentioned earlier about eradicating road traffic crashes. And I got to ask myself, is it really possible for there to be zero crashes in Nigeria? Even in the world, is it possible for there to be zero crashes?
See, it's just like you say, there should not be error or human error. Remember, we are all human beings. Nobody is infallible. That is to say, nobody can avoid mistake. If you talk about, is it possible to eliminate? It's not possible to eliminate road traffic crashes because we are human beings. Even the most learned person, professors, man of God, men of God, they also make mistakes because they are human. But we are looking at a situation where we have a forgiving road. People may not understand what do you call forgiving road. That is why if you talk about this road safety issue, it is everybody, both the psychologists, both the engineering part of it, both the cultural part of it, social part of it, everybody comes together to see what do we do. Number one, how do we design our roads? Do we design our road that it encourages death as a result of crashes? But when you look about forgiving road, it has to do with an engineering techniques whereby a road is structured in a way that no matter the accident that happens, what does it do? It cushions and absorbs, and the essence of crashing to death is eliminated. So we are looking at forgiving road where accident will happen with no death. But there could be minor injuries, there could be this, but we are looking at a country like Nigeria where there could be road traffic crashes without death. Because presently today, if you hear there's an accident somewhere, what comes to your mind? How many people have died?
Yes.
We are looking at a situation, if you hear there's road traffic crash, you know that nobody has died. Because the way we have constructed our road is there to cushion, just like using your seatbelt restraint in the vehicle. A lot of people, if you get to Sweden and other parts of the world, those things are already there now. If you crash, you have something like a parachute or balloon that will cushion that vehicle. So we have, it's a gradual process, just like, and that is what WARSO is trying to inculcate, that state government, other agencies that involve in road safety or other activities, partners should come together to see how we can put our resources, educate our people, inculcate positive attitude towards road safety so that all of us will drive to stay alive in an egalitarian society.
Yes.
Okay?
Thank you very much, GCC. You see, one of the reasons why I like having you in the studio is you know how to make it lively, and you know how to really stress the points in such a way that the viewers will be able to understand better. Going forward, I would also want you to talk about the theme. I think the team has to talk about safe and sustainable transportation
in West Africa.
In West Africa, yes.
Lesson for road safety agencies.
Yes. So,
and then we also talk about the sustainability transportation.
Of course. So which is actually what I was going to ask you.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we talk about sustainable transportation, what does that imply?
When you talk about sustainability has to do with achieving a purpose, achieving a goal. But when you go to transportation, it's all about achieving a low and zero emission. Energy efficiency, understand? And affordable mode of transportation. When you talk about low or zero emission, it is only in Nigeria and some other Africa that you still see vehicles emitting carbon monoxide on the road. You cannot see it because other part of the world, you go series of certifications to find out if such a vehicle you want to produce and the fossil oil you want to use, is it going to affect the climate? Which is today affecting the ozone layers. Yes. Can't you see the heat all over?
Of course.
Don't you see the radiation everywhere? But look at today, everywhere in Nigeria, you see pollution. Air pollution, carbon monoxide everywhere. That sometimes, if you're flying some vehicles, you cannot see ahead because of emission. So that is one of those things this is intending to achieve. Talk about efficiency. We are now talking about how do we reduce consumption of premium motor spirit. We go to energy. That is why you can see some places now you can just take a vehicle, electric vehicles. You just that is it. If you get to Abuja and some places in Lagos, that is what people are talking about today. And it is cheaper and more efficient. If I'm able to charge that vehicle now, one, it is economic, it is environmental friendly. And it costs you less. It's just like you have a recharge card, you charge it, and begin to go your own. So all the pressure on PMS and this and that will reduce or stop. So it is one of it. Oh, I don't know. We talk about affordable transportation. Yes. And that is why we are talking about other traffic modalities, transport interface, where from one mode of transportation to the other, so that the pressure on the road can reduce. We are talking about enhancing water transportation.
Rail.
We are talking about enhancing railway. So it is transport interface from one mode of transport to the other, just like what it is done in other parts of the world. You move from your house using your BRT buses. Move you to rail station. From the rail station, in less than 5 minutes with good speed and comfort, you get to your next destination. Then you take every shorter mode of transportation, like shorter whatever, get to where you are going. Under how many minutes you have gone back, and you are still looking like you've not gone anywhere. So that is what we are talking about.
This will reduce the pressure, like you had
yes, just like you say. We remember in those days, I was serving in Lagos when they started this basic rapid transport, bus rapid transport. Most of us parked our vehicle. I would just come to the garage there, pay for the ticket, I enter the vehicle, go to Lagos Island, and come back there and pick my vehicle. How much? I see I have saved so amount, and they said there was a comfort, there was reliability, and there's no much vehicle on the road again. The emission has reduced because it has been put there, and it is cheaper, and it is more convenient, and very reliable. So that is what this WARSO is looking at, where everybody can go to their various destinations without thinking, oh man, I don't have 50,000 to enter a vehicle from Asaba to Lagos. No. I'm talking about affordability.
Affordable transportation, sustainable transportation, and safe transportation as well. And all of these things are very, very important for a nation to progress, for a nation to also prosper.
I also want to let you know, when we talk about sustainable transportation, we are looking other mode that you can easily move around. Number one of it is cycling. That is what this is looking at, safe cycling. So when you use your cycle, one, pollution is not there. Two, congestion is not there. Three, there's no emission or pollution. You don't buy fuel or diesel. But the advantage is that when you are using cycle now, it also enhances your longevity.
And health.
Oh, that is longevity. All your cardiovascular respiratory organs are at work. You live a healthier life, and you can be able to perform your work effectively because it is an exercise. So we talk about cycling. We also talk about walking. Then another area is carpooling. You may not understand what we mean by carpooling. It has also worked in other parts of the economy, like in Nigeria now, where cost of transportation is so expensive. We can go into carpooling. What is carpooling? Maybe we are 5 or 10 in this vehicle. In this office. What do I do? Oh, Mr. Presenter, this